Welcome to Nerd News. I'm your host Tyler, and yep, I'm a Leo. That might be a little confusing to my friends because most of my friends actually think I'm a Mikey. Some people think I'm a Donnie, but I am never a Raph. Today is Friday, February the 8th, 2018, and because it's Friday, you know what that means. It's Friday. I literally just told you, it just means that it's Friday. We got a lot of news to cover, so let's get to it. We're just going to jump right into one of the biggest news stories of the day. Firefly fans, rejoice. Your wish is coming true. If your wish is not so much that the series would come back in some form, but that you could read more about the stories of the characters from the series in book form. If that was your wish, congratulations, it just came true. Joss Whedon is going to be a consulting editor on a new trilogy of Firefly books. The first one, due out this fall, is going to be all about how the crew gets captured and they got to fight some old browncoats. The book's going to be written by Nancy Holder. That book will launch the line in October with a story that finds Malcolm Reynolds, the captain of the Serenity, and its crew kidnapped by a bunch of embittered veteran browncoats. James Lovegrove, someone with an epic last name, is going to pen the second book. That book's titled Firefly, the Magnificent Nine. And finally, the third book, which is going to come out in October of 2019, is called Firefly It's called Firefly Generation. So as Firefly fans, are you happy about this news? Is this what you've been waiting for? Or is this not going to cut it? For me personally, I'm always happy to get Firefly in any medium I can, whether it's comics, movies, or TV shows. But I gotta be honest, a book series was not what I was hoping for. That being said, I'm definitely gonna check it out. How about you? And of course, it's been a big day for movie news. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe potential director David Goyer is out of here. David Goyer, since April of 2017, has been working on a script and he was eyed for the role of director. But he has confirmed he will in fact not be directing the He-Man movie. However, he's going to remain on board as a producer and of course, his script's still going to be used. So I want some input on this. Who do you guys think would be a great director for a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie? Personally, I think Jon Favreau would do a mighty fine job. And speaking of directors, Michael Bay, known for explosions, is said to be circling the property Lobo by DC. Now, a Lobo film is not something that DC is just suddenly pulling out of left field. It's been on their radar since 2009, back when Guy Ritchie was set to direct it. But by 2012, Guy Ritchie was out and director Brad Peyton was in. At that time, Lobo had a pretty big star attached to it. It was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. However, once The Rock bailed, Brad Peyton was out and the project kind of died. But as of late 2016, once DC got their DCEU rolling, they put the project back on their sites and it is still up for grabs. Now, like I said earlier, Michael Bay might direct it. And with that, again, the only thing we can guarantee will happen is there will be explosions.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away.
And maybe a little Megan Fox. That guy loves him some Megan Fox. Now, I've always seen Lobo as kind of DC's answer to Wolverine, so I wonder how far they will go with the Lobo movie in terms of blood, guts, gore, and profanity. And in other DC movie news, the Joker solo film seems to be trucking right along. Director Todd Phillips has made it known that he wants Joaquin Phoenix to play the Joker, and it honestly might happen. We keep getting new Joker actors. I wasn't a huge fan of Jared Leto, but at least I'd like to see the guy get some breathing room with the character. I mean, if they're gonna do a Joker film, we might as well let the guy who played him last continue to play him unless he just refuses to do it. Now, as I understand it, this Joker film is gonna take place outside of the DCEU in an Elseworlds tale, which is why they're contemplating casting another actor. So I don't know, I mean, we've heard stories like Superman Red Son and other films that would take place outside of the DCEU. Honestly, I think DC just needs to get their DCEU right. Why worry about other films outside of your DCEU canon if you can't get those right? I don't know. So I'd like to pass the question off to you guys. Do you care about a Lobo film or a Joker solo film? And if so, how do you feel about Joaquin Phoenix playing Joker? Personally, I've never been a big fan of Lobo, and I just really don't see how the Joker deserves his own solo film at this point. There's like 30 other DC property films I would rather see than a Joker solo film. DC's hot contender Marvel celebrated 10 years. That's right, 10 years of producing films. We got this really cool yearbook looking photo as Marvel had an event just to celebrate how far they've come in filmmaking. And man, it was like every star ever in the history of the world was there. I mean, everywhere you looked, it was another huge movie star because Marvel has been around for so long and they've got so many star-studded actors at this point, it's kind of ridiculous. Would have been cool to be in that room. And my takeaway from seeing this photo and this event is, God, what is it gonna look like in 10 more years? How many people will there be attached to the Marvel universe? A Marvel film, but not made by Marvel Studios, Venom, dropped its teaser trailer yesterday, and a lot of fans were super pissed. The trailer itself seemed okay, but it didn't actually show Venom. We got a shot of the symbiote in a containment field, but never Eddie Brock as Venom. I don't know, I have no expectations going into Venom. I kind of thought it was a dumb idea they were gonna do the movie, and so I just have like rock bottom expectations. So that means I'll probably enjoy it. But I want to hear from you guys. Did the teaser trailer hit any buttons for you? Did it make you want to see the film more? Or did it just make you mad that we didn't see Eddie Brock as Venom? Whew. Almost done with our on-screen news. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. We got not one, but 2 character breakdowns from Marvel's Punisher Season 2 casting calls, which indicate that there's a good chance that they're going to be adapting Garth Ennis's The Slaver's arc. Now, if you're a fan of Punisher, I guarantee you're a fan of Garth Ennis's Punisher because it's probably the most well-known and most popular Punisher run of all time. A lot of the fans of the character really wanted to see more of his work put into the first season, so you guys should be excited. The casting call calls for 2 female roles, Annie Baer, a scrappy, street-smart 16-year-old, and Kim Davis, a therapist in her mid-30s. Now that's obviously not going to be their names in the show. It's par for the course for them to put out a generic name for a casting call to keep things under wraps, but there's a good chance those are 2 characters from Garth Ennis' run. No more movie or TV news. MoviePass has just surpassed 2 million users. If you're not using MoviePass, go get it. And this is not a sponsored video or anything. I just think MoviePass is an amazing deal. It's $10 a month to see unlimited movies for a month. Shifting on over to video game news, just one quick tidbit that I wanted to mention because I know there's a lot of fans of the popular game PUBG and a lot of fans of the game Fortnite, which is a PUBG knockoff. Not really, it actually looks like a pretty fun game. I've never played Fortnite, but it looks pretty awesome. Well, the games are kind of rival because they aim for the same market space, and Fortnite just announced they have more concurrent players playing actively than PUBG. Is this going to be the new DC versus Marvel, Counter-Strike versus Arma debate? Maybe. So if you play either one of those games, let me know because I'd like to get into one, but not both of them. And in our final piece of news for the day, Marvel put out a neat infographic that shows how the Infinity Stones work in combination with each other. You can see here that the breakdown basically goes like this. The Time Stone is powered by the Mastery of Space. The Space Stone is powered by the Mastery of Power. The Power Stone is powered by the Mastery of Mind. The Mind Stone is powered by the Mastery of Soul. The Soul Stone is powered by the Mastery of Reality. And the Reality Stone is powered by the Mastery of Time. Now, this doesn't really answer how the stones work solo, but I thought it was an interesting infographic as we lead up to Infinity Countdown, which is, of course, Marvel's big blockbuster summer event in the comics, which is happening solely because the Infinity War movie is here. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? And that's all the news we got for you guys today. It's the weekend and we're gonna party! Or, I don't know, watch Netflix. But I want to leave off with a question for the weekend. In the most recent issue of Justice League, a new leader for the league was named. I'm not going to tell you who it was because I'm not going to drop spoilers like that, but here's what I'd like to know from you. Who do you guys think is most suited to lead the Justice League? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and boom, 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 smash that like button, boom, 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 hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys back here on Monday for a very special edition of Monday Nerd News. Okay, actually, it's just Nerd News on a Monday.